Just got the class, and then the kids go around filming stuff, and
Gotcha.
testing 1, 2. Yeah, I'm up there.
Hi, I'm Hunter, and this is Peyton. We're here with Calallen TV. We're going to talk about the Let's Be Clear policy at Calallen High School. The facilities that you're allowed to take the stuff into is the stadium, the baseball field, softball field, gymnasium, and the auditorium. Stadium seats are allowed to be taken into the facilities. Small pouches, 8.5 by 5.5, are also allowed. Storage bags and large clear bags, no longer than 12 by 12. The prohibited items you're not allowed to take are backpacks, fanny packs, and etc. here on the screen. Exceptions like medical bags, news bags, diaper bags.
We pray that the Lord will watch over the players on both teams, keeping them free of injuries, and be with all spectators while they travel home. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all of the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence. We ask that as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forward. Cheer these young athletes, applaud them, but do not, through any of your actions, cause them to doubt the value of athletics. By your conduct, allow these young people to feel pride in their communities and school. While your sportsmanlike actions may play only a small part in the outcome of this game, it will play a greater role in continuing to encourage competitive athletics. We also ask that you show your appreciation for the students who are taking part
Still early, but
in tonight's game.
Port Lavaca hadn't
The bands, the pep squad, and
brought a whole lot of people yet.
supported their teams at home and away. These young people play
They'll probably get there all at one time.
in their team's success.
I'm trying to think how far that is. It's just a couple hours from here.
Mm-hmm.
Not as far as Carterville.
Nope. That was a drive.
Woo. You ain't kidding. Sam, we'll get fired up about 5 minutes.
Hey, go ahead and turn the light on, see if it helps any. You okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. No difference.
I can hear you, Sam.
Okay. If you can hear me, then you'll be able to hear the
Fantastic.
Taylor Finger,
And I hope so. And the out cue will be, and I'm sure I'll screw this up. You're listening to 1360, or you're listening to Wildcat Football 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV.
Soraya Gonzalez, Katie Dudley,
And I told them I'm sure I'll mess that up 2 or 3
Tony Butcher,
or every single time.
Senior Co-Captain and All-American.
If I say K99, it means the same thing.
For Calallen cheerleaders tonight,
You'll start getting requests for songs.
Yeah.
Haley Bertelli, All-American Joey
Yeah.
Mia Trevino, All-American Ashley Maldonado.
That's the headphone volume there. I like that. I need it loud.
How's this outdoor sound?
Sounds good. The crowd mic's picking stuff up, I think, pretty good. Sam, do you think so?
Alyssa Robinson. Jalen Palmer.
Oh, shoot. I don't have that.
Amanda Cadena.
Mike, do we need that little clip thing here?
Kendall Cameron.
No, because we're not doing, because that was Mike's stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know.
I don't, yeah, I have no clue.
The cat's eye radio or whatever?
He has it, yeah.
Yeah. 2 minutes, maybe.
Mascot, Gloria Wildcat, and Junior Isabella Clement.
And how does it start, Sam? It has like a little intro with the band music coming out?
Yeah.
Good job,
Okay.
ladies. Have a fun game.
And our levels are good on our microphones? Okay. All right, good deal.
Now it's time for the Calhoun Business School Songs.
I expect the countdown now. Yeah. I guess I should get. Gotcha. Guess I should get serious about it.
Oh. Yes.
Gotcha.
Who is it? Okay. Yes. Yes. We will be in this tomorrow, okay? Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's almost cliche-ish to say that it is a great night for football in South Texas, but indeed it is. The winds are barely blowing at 65 degrees here at Phil Danaher Field at Wildcat Stadium in Calallen as we get ready for a big matchup tonight. The Calallen Wildcats taking on the Port Lavaca Calhoun Sand Crabs. Big Frank in for Mike Guerrero again, and it's great to be here alongside Coach Medina and Coach Brotherton. And Coach, this is again, a sports cliche-ish, cliche to say a big game, but indeed it's on the line. Calallen wins tonight, we win district.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the way you want to end the season. You want to end the season with the last game meaning the most of any game you played all year. That's a good way to go into the playoffs because this is got a little bit of a playoff atmosphere.
Well, it certainly does have that, and a great atmosphere tonight. Military, veteran, and first responders being honored as they come out with the team tonight. The Wildcats are 8-1 overall, 4-0 in district, and Port Lavaca Calhoun Sand Crabs 3-1 in district play, and they're 5-3 overall. And just a couple of things, and I'll get your thoughts on a couple of these stats that I pulled up. I want to start with the points per game. Both teams are pretty even. Calallen averaging 37 points a game, or 37.2, and Calhoun averaging 36.9 points a game. So pretty close neck and neck there.
Yeah, but I guarantee a game of this magnitude, you can just go ahead and throw the points out. And it just depends on who puts the points, on the board tonight and who gets into that end zone.
This is going to be a rushing game, I would guess. Both teams run the ball a tremendous amount. Calallen get about 367 rushing yards per game. Calhoun 418 yards per game.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing I don't see anything that would tell us it's going to be otherwise tonight.
No, one thing you can really look for is a fantastic running performance from both teams. And I'll tell you what, both offensive lines are as good as you're going to find anywhere else. Because I know Port Lavaca's got a fantastic, offensive line, probably the best we've seen. And I'm sure we've got as good an offensive line as they've ever seen this year.
So let's flip that over on the defensive side whenever you're going against a good, strong rushing attack. What is Calallen looking like and vice versa, Port Lavaca?
Well, as far as Calallen's concerned, you've got one of the best defensive coordinators in the state. I mean, Steve Campbell is one of the best at making in-game adjustments as anybody you're going to find. And I know that defense coordinator over at Port Lavaca is excellent also. So this is, they'll find ways to take away what you do well. It's just a matter of who can run their secondary plays and stuff and get it down the field.
It is military, veteran, and first responders night here at Wildcat Stadium, and it's just a beautiful night for football. We're going to take a break. This is the Calallen Wildcat pregame show. You're listening to 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV.
I can't hear Sam or anything on mine.
You can't?
Can you hear him?
Is that any better?
Now.
Okay, yes, that's your volume for your headset.
Oh, okay. Got it.
That's what I was messing with earlier, so I forget.
Okay. We're talking about the running game. Watch it come out. First 3 plays, 3 passes.
Yeah, probably. It is just a beautiful, beautiful sight to see here tonight at Calallen Wildcats, honoring our military veterans and first responders here tonight. A note, some big flags are hanging by a crane over here. That from Golden Booster Mike Scott, H&S Constructors, himself a veteran, so we thank him for that. It sets for a beautiful scene. But the one thing that my observation from that from a football perspective, not from a patriotic American perspective, is very little wind here tonight.
I'll tell you what, I actually say there's no wind right now. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to pick up later, but we might go this whole game without much with the wind not being a factor at all. not that both teams are going to be affected by the wind.
We talk about football weather, and how does that come into play when we're in the 60s and the temperature be down into the 50s as the game gets close to conclusion here tonight? Does that play a factor in with the ball or anything specific?
Well, the one thing that I found pretty interesting is that both teams came out early in the warm up, and both these teams had a lot of energy. They're running around. I mean, you could tell they were really enjoying this weather. I mean, it's not like they're pacing themselves and then have sweats going or anything like that. So it should be a nice, frisky night for football.
We're going to get the looks like getting close to time national anthem. We want to get this on a military and first responders night for sure, as this is very important here tonight, and hopefully you'll be able to hear it at home or wherever you're listening tonight. pretty fantastic sight to see lined up along the 35-yard line. The Calallen Wildcat players, as well as military, first responders, and a bunch of Cub Scouts out there as well, and members of the great Calallen FFA chapter, taking the colors, the American flag and the Texas flag from the 50-yard line back across. So nice to see the national blue and corn gold out there tonight as well. So everybody's excited and ready for a good football game here tonight. I'll tell you what, we take a break and we'll come back. Maybe about time for kickoff. It is the Calallen Wildcat football on 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV.
See a lot more people have already showed up.
Yeah.
Last 10 minutes.
Big Frank in for Mike Guerrero this week, alongside Coach Medina, as we get ready for this, as you said, Coach, playoff atmosphere for this game. Calallen Wildcat Stadium, official capacity 8,230. We're not quite there yet, but as the evening proceeds, we may get close to it as people start to filter in here to watch the football game here this evening. The Wildcats have made their way onto the field, and the Sand Crabs have made their way through the inflatable thing they had there on that end zone. So setting up for a great night, Coach. You got the military appreciation, the first responders appreciation, a beautiful pregame ceremony. Now we're getting down to game time, and we are. It looks like they're getting everybody, referees getting there to midfield, getting ready for the captains to come out here tonight for the coin flip. Calallen is in there all.
Do you see the numbers?
It is nice to have this TV monitor here with the Calallen TV folks. That does help in some respects, because I'm not going to say my vision has depleted the older I've gotten, but it is nice to see that we have that.
The captains for Calhoun tonight are going to be number 77, Matthew Colley, number 40, that'll be Kirk Stringham, number 42, fullback 42, Esteban Cruz, and the quarterback number 11, Jacob Laughlin.
Number 72, Vincent Samudio.
For Calallen, we got number 22, that'll be Kittigwa, number 3, Rogers, 6, Wood, and I believe that's 44. No, that's number 4, Cody Newell. Referees are talking to both captains. We're waiting on the coin toss.
Is there an advantage with I mean, there's no wind tonight. How does that come into play, picking which end zone you go towards and that type of thing, or is it just however it happens?
It's just whether you want to go on defense first or you want the ball. And offense coordinators, defense coordinators, head coaches have their preferences. People usually defer and take the ball in the second half.
So we won the coin flip.
And we will receive.
Well, we'll take that. The captains shake hands. The coin flip is done. We win, and they're going to receive here as we get the ball game started here tonight. Let's take a break, and we're back with kickoff next on 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV.
As soon as I hear saying they usually defer to the second half, what do we do?
Let's go.
Chick-fil-A is a proud sponsor of the Calallen Wildcats and of Calallen TV. Stop by today for one of their original chicken sandwiches.
It is almost kickoff time. Phil Danaher Field at Wildcat Stadium in Calallen. Again, a very pleasant good evening as you join us here tonight. Beautiful weather for football. 65 at kickoff. It's going to drop through the mid-50s here this evening. We have a great crowd on hand, and the players are now lining up to receive the kickoff as Calhoun is going to kick from our right to our left, and Calallen will receive. If you are familiar, that we are receiving in the end of the end zone where the scoreboard is. And Calhoun kicks a very short kick, and it is taken at the 35 by Calallen. Salinas on the got the ball there, and now it's time to play some football. We get started here with this incredible rushing attack from Calallen.
It was interesting that they tried that pooch kick. Good thing Ethan Salinas was there. He went ahead and fair caught it. That way he doesn't get nailed.
Do you think that was on purpose? Is that a strategy?
Yeah.
Is that something they're trying to do?
Yeah, we do have I'll tell you what, our special teams have been doing a great job this year. Sure, they didn't want us to return the ball.
That is Burnett out of the shotgun, and he keeps it himself and goes right up the middle, and he's brought back down behind the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was going to hand that off to Epi Hinojosa, but he kept it himself.
Brought down by number 70, Draven Trevino for the Sand Crabs.
So lost a little bit on the play, not much, so we're going to call it second down and 10.
Two wideouts.
Burnett's in the shotgun, empty backfield. That's a bad snap. He hands it to Epi Hinojosa, who goes to the left-hand side, and he tries to roll out there, trying to get as far over there as he could. But, again, as you've said before, go north and south, not east and west.
Epi had a chance of turning that in. I think he got caught going outside, but, he's ended up being brought down by this number 40, Kirk Stringham, and number 48, Zach Ramirez.
Epi Hinojosa averaging 147 yards per game, so a pretty important part of this Calallen rushing attack. Here we go. It is 3rd and 10 now for the Wildcats. Burnett out of the shotgun, and it looks like he's going to throw as he looks to the right. That is caught by Newell. Caught by Newell at about the 40-yard line.
Newell brought down by number 18, Adrian Chambers, the cornerback for the Sand Crabs.
Didn't look like quite enough for a first down, but, or am I mistaken? Oh, there was a flag on the play.
Got a flag on the play.
So it goes against Calhoun.
Was it unsportsmanship? Unsportsmanlike? Blow to the face?
I was glad y'all asked that question because I was not sure. So that's going to be quite a difference there.
It's a big penalty. We're 8 yards into Sand Crab territory now.
So that is now 1st and 10, and we're on the 42. Out of the shotgun,
That's
he hands it to
Carpinello.
Carpinello, who goes up the middle and gets down to about the 35-yard line. So one thing with Calallen, it's they can hand it to anybody, and they're going to get those yards when they get it.
Right.
So Hinojosa back in the game now, and Carpinello comes to the sideline. We're lined up, it looks like, on the 34-yard line. Burnett out of the shotgun. He looks to throw it. He's looking to his right. He drops the ball as he rolls to his left. He picks it back up. Fortunately, it bounced right back up into his hands, but he's brought down at about the 41-yard line. So that play didn't quite go the way he wanted it to.
No, I'll tell you what, both those inside linebackers are pretty quick. They got on him in a hurry. He's finally brought down by number 40, Kirk Stringham, and 48, Zach Ramirez.
He was looking to pass, and like I said, we talked about in the pregame, we run the ball so much, and here we are trying to pass the ball. So let's see what we do on this one here. It is now 3rd and 10. He hands the ball to
Good cut. Luke Medina, good cut.
Who gets it out to about the 35-yard line. So that brings up 4th down. Do you go for it?
I think absolutely.
All right, so here we go. It is it third down or it's fourth down? We're at the 36-yard line. And there's some flags, and it stops the play before it gets going. So that's going to go against the Wildcats, and they come back 5 yards. Does that impact your play calling decision here? Because now the ball is back to the about the 42-yard line.
Almost 10-yard line, yeah, 4th and 10. Looks like the field goal. Oh, no, that's the punting team. Comes back in.
A little too far for a field goal, and 8:26 to go.
Birch back to kick.
He's going to kick it from about the 50-yard line, and he gets it to it bounces down to the 10.
A good Wildcat bounce.
Down to the 9-yard line. So that's a good punt.
The Sand Crabs got a long way to go this time.
8:09. There's no score in the ball game here between the Wildcats and Calhoun Sand Crabs.
As always, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Mr. Roy's Fireworks, Big Joe's Tire and Auto, Hicks Family Nissan, Circle 8 Crane Services, LLC, Integrity Storage, and Jack Taylor Insurance, Mike Cotton's Barbecue, Scott and Mia Taylor, and U.S. Ecology.
Quarterback for Calhoun is Jacob Laughlin. He's a senior. He's under center, and he dishes it out to Hitway, who is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be a second down.
Hitway never got going. Once he got that ball in his hands, I mean, defender's right there in his face.
Brings up second down for the Wildcats. Again, good field position off of that punt. So Calhoun, the Sand Crabs, are down at about the 6-yard line. All right, so they line up again under center. He's going to hold on to it himself. He takes it along the right-hand side, and he's brought down to the 15-yard line. That's Jacob Laughlin, the quarterback.
Pick up about 5-yard line. Out to the 15. Finally brought down by William Birch and Colton Callaway.
7 minutes to go, 3rd and 10 for Calhoun. Laughlin lines up under center again. One back in the backfield there. And Laughlin pitches. Well, he holds on to it himself. He goes up the middle again, breaks a couple of tackles, and he's brought down at about the 31-yard line. So a nice drive, nice possession there for him. I wasn't sure what direction he was going.
Good job. He got all the way out to the 30-yard line. Christian Gonzalez was there to bring him down. But if he'd broke that tackle, he was gone.
There was nobody between him and the end zone, so that would have been good if you're a Calhoun fan. Not for us. That brings up first down with 6:20 to go. Calhoun is driving from their own 30-yard line. The quarterback, Jacob Laughlin, is under center. 3 backs in the backfield. He hands it.
That's Cruz.
The Cruz, who gets maybe a half a foot on the play as he takes it right up the middle.
Brought down on the play by number 22, Alex Kittigwa, number 41, William Birch, and also number 3, Brody Rogers.
Second down and 9. Laughlin is under center. 3 backs in the backfield. He hands that one.
Option, pitch.
He goes out to the right-hand side, and that's a first down for Calhoun as they get out to about the 42-yard line.
That's Hidway. Finally brought down by number 7, Logan Koval.
That moves the chains. A new set of downs. 1st and 10
Defensively for Calallen, you got the 3 defensive linemen, Jaden Rodriguez, 69, Ernest Hinojosa, 35, and Grant Taylor, number 55. 2 inside backers are Colton Calloway and William Birch.
Calhoun's at the 43-yard line. Laughlin is under center again. 1 running back behind him. And he holds it on. Laughlin takes it right up the middle himself, just goes about 3 or 4 yards on the play.
Brought down by number 64, Jordan King, who just ran in there at nose guard.
Ball's at the 47. Second down. Is it second or third? Second down. Calhoun talking about it in the huddle. One running back behind him. He's under center.
Double slot formation, motion.
He fakes it over here to the left. He
Boom.
pitches it to his right, and they're brought down behind the line of scrimmage by the Calallen defense.
Brody Rogers read that from the get-go. Great tackle by Brody Rogers, number 3. Also Logan Koval, number 7. Also in on the pack was number 12, Jagger Wilson.
He had a good read on that play, and that was a nice play for the Wildcats. Maybe kind of stopped some of that momentum that Calhoun had going.
Got a big play coming up right here.
So this is 3rd down. The ball's back to about the original line of scrimmage of this drive. So 3rd and 10 with 3:35 to go in the first. Unless I missed something, the scoreboard says second, so they're throwing me off there. Laughlin is under center.
He's going to pull it. He keeps it.
He keeps it himself and rolls out along the right-hand side. He gets close to a first down, but I don't think he's quite there yet. We'll see where they mark the ball. But he held on to him himself, and they put it right at the 50-yard line.
He's about 3 yards short. See what Calhoun decides to do here. See, we got some linebackers firing on this play.
Well, he's certainly run a lot more. He's averaging 24.5 yards passing per game. Laughlin is all season, so I don't know if we should anticipate a pass or a run, but we shall see. He's under center.
Unbalanced formation to the left for Sand Crabs.
He holds on to it and gets along the right-hand side, and the Wildcats stopped him. The Wildcats stopped him as he tried to get around the right-hand side there.
Hey, great job by number 69, Jaden Rodriguez and Colton Calloway.
That's a good one right there. That looked great.
Calallen's going to take over on their own 49-yard line.
So some good field position to start this drive with 2:37 to go in the first. We sure do appreciate you having us on tonight on 1360 KKTX, on our iHeartRadio app, on Calallen TV, checking out the ball game tonight. Big Frank in for Mike Guerrero along with Coach Medina. And we've got a flag as we get started. A couple of flags here on the play, so they saw something that they did not like, and it's against Calallen. False start, so we get 5 yards added to that, so 1st and 15. Now at the 44-yard line. It's Burnett in the backfield. He's going to take it himself along the right-hand side, and a nice run there. He spun around and brought down at about the Calhoun 46-yard line.
Brought down by number 7, Derek Salinas. Good solo tackle.
So that made up some yardage from what they lost on that initial penalty. Just over 2 minutes to go in the first. No score yet from Phil Danaher Field. Calallen lines up. Burnett is out of the shotgun, empty backfield. 2 wide receivers, and he's going to look to throw the ball. He throws to the right, and that is his intended target was Luke Medina, but that was batted down by the Calhoun defense.
Look like number 7, Derek Salinas. Also, Tony Hensley, number 6, might have got a hand on that ball. Got deflected, ended up in Luke Medina's chest.
That's going to bring up 3rd down for Calallen. Bryce Burnett is in the shotgun with an empty backfield. He hands it to Carpinello, who goes along the left-hand side, tries to break a couple of tackles, but there's a number of Calhoun defenders, and they drop him back down to the 50-yard line.
Carpinello needs to lower that shoulder and get a couple extra yards, running way too high.
That brings up 4th down for the Wildcats. No score again with 1:30 to go in the first.
Big play here.
Oh. So it's 4th and about 6 yards. He's going to throw it to the right. He's got the first down. Newell catches it at the 40-yard line.
Good pass by Burnett. Great job. Finally brought down by Zach Ramirez and number 6, Tony Hensley.
He stood right there, and even though he's getting a little pressure, he just put it right where he needed to put it. 1 minute to go. First down from the 38-yard line. So it's Burnett out of the shotgun. He fumbles the bad snap there. He jumped on it right away, but that's not what you want to see happen.
No.
So actually lose a couple of yards on the play there.
Well, we've been very fortunate tonight to make up those yards, but, you know, you can't expect to do that all night long.
Yeah.
Don't want to gain 7 and lose 3.
Second down with about 20 seconds to go in the first. Out of the shotgun, he hands it to Carpinello, who takes it along the left-hand side, and he is dragged down at about the original.
He might have got the first down. Depends on the spot. Brought down by number 48, Zach Ramirez. I think they're going to – looks like they're going to move the chains.
And that's the end of the first quarter. It's scoreless from Phil Danaher Field. You're listening.
This quarter's player profile is brought to you by Oh Goody Designs and Events.
I'm not a rules aficionado.
Who? Oh my gosh.
8-0? So it's third down or first down? I'm confused.
It's first down on the 38-yard line.
3rd and 10? Third and 10 as we get the second started, and Burnett holds on to the ball himself and goes along the left-hand side and does get a gain on the play, but not near enough for a first down, so that brings up 4th down and about 6.
Let's see what we dial up. Epi Hinojosa comes in from the sideline, bringing the play in.
Hinojosa again averaging about 147 yards a game this season. Burnett is out of the shotgun. He looks to throw the ball. He's looking down to the end zone, straight down the middle, and that is caught. That is caught by Rubio, and it is a Calallen Wildcat touchdown. Can you believe that?
Well, we said they were to come out throwing the ball, didn't we?
That's exactly. They followed the plan that we had. So that was a nice pass from Burnett to Rubio right down the middle. He caught it, goes across the end zone, and it's now 6-0 Wildcats as we get the second started.
Jordan King will come in to attempt the point after. Ethan Salinas to hold.
Kick is up.
Good kick.
And it is good. It is 7-0. We take a quick break. You're listening to Calallen Wildcat Football on 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV.
That's funny.
Well,
Jordan King will be kicking off.
King kicks the ball off, and it is picked up by Troy Hensley for Calhoun, who runs it back along to his left, which is along the far side, along the Calhoun sideline. He gets it out to the 40-yard line. That's where Calhoun is going to start. It is 11:06 to go in the second. Calallen up 7-0 after a great pass play, which is exactly what we anticipated would happen. Was a touchdown in the air. A couple of notes here. Wanted to mention this. The Northwest Rotary Club is having their 6th annual tailgate rummage sale, 8 to noon, Calallen High School parking lot tomorrow. They're going to have all kinds of stuff. That's going on tomorrow morning. I thought about joining a Rotary Club one time because they meet at the Chicken Shack. But
That's a good reason. That might be the best reason of all.
Jacob Laughlin is under center. It looked like he bobbled the snap a little bit, and the Calallen defense is going to bring him down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Meet Logan Koval. My gosh, he ran right into Logan Koval,
Yep,
or vice versa.
There was no place for him to go either. So that's a loss of 3 yards on the play, it looks like.
Adrian Chambers, number 18, brings play in from the sideline for the Sand Crabs. He'll be split wide to the right.
Laughlin is under center.
Sand Crabs in a double slot formation.
He hands
dropped
it
the
off. Is it a fumble?
Yeah, he picked it right back up, though. Cruz almost lost that one.
So he gets it out to about the 42-yard line, but it looked like
he just dribbled the ball and
looked like a basketball play. So
kept going.
Make it the 41-yard line. That brings up 3rd down.
Christian Gonzalez, Brody Rogers,
They seem to
Jagger Wilson.
They take a lot more time talking about their plays, it seems like.
I might have a lot to discuss.
Laughlin is under center again. One back behind him. One in motion. He looks to flip it to them. He goes out to the left-hand side, and he is again brought down back behind the original line of scrimmage. So that was a good play by the Calallen defense.
I'll tell you, Grant Taylor and William Birch are right there to greet Mr. Laughlin.
So that brings back a significant loss there on the play. So that puts the ball there at the Calhoun 38-yard line. And their punting team is out. Back to receive it for Calallen is number 21, Skylar Rubio. He is about the Calallen 25-yard line in the middle of the field. And there's the punt. It's a low punt. Rubio gets it at about the 28-yard line, and he runs to the left back here close to the Calallen sideline, and he's brought down at the 33-yard line. So maybe not the best punt, but not terrible field position.
I believe that was number 7, Derek Salinas, doing the punting for the Sand Crabs.
This will be more of an editorial comment that I may get in trouble for, but it's kind of hard to see their numbers on their uniforms. Maybe it's just me on the Calhoun side. The light colored gold against the white.
They have numbers on? My eyes are worse
Burnett
than
out of
yours.
the shotgun.
Hinojosa. Good run.
Gets it. My goodness. He gets across the 40, brought down at a 42-yard line. So that was a nice run. Brings up 2nd down with 8:40 to go. Calallen leads 7-0 here in the second.
Hinojosa finally brought down by number 48, Zach Ramirez, and number 8, Min Hitway.
Here we go. 2nd down and 3. Burnett out of the shotgun with Medina in the backfield, who gets the ball, goes to the right-hand side. Now he cuts up the middle of the field. Two defenders try to bring him down, and they're struggling, but they finally get him down at the Calhoun 39-yard line. That was a good run.
Tell you what, that's the nose guard for the Sand Crabs, hanging on to Luke Medina, got drugged about 10, 12 yards.
That was a nice run. He started out kind of going towards the Calhoun sideline, but then he cut it up back towards the end zone, and as soon as he did that, he was making some good progress.
Luke did a fantastic job following that guard until he just shot out of there.
So that brings up first down, 7:50 to go in the second quarter. Burnett's in the shotgun.
Tagle in motion.
And they bobble it there as they tried to hand it off to Tagle. And it looks like Burnett was able to get on top of that ball.
I think there's a little miscommunication because Tagle acted like he wasn't getting the ball.
Yeah. So that's going to bring up second down and 13. Epi Hinojosa heading into the huddle. Wildcats line up. Burnett's out of the shotgun. There's the snap. He's going to throw it this time. He's going to try to, but he can't because he's brought down there at the 49-yard line to Calallen, so another loss of yardage on that play.
Cornerback blitz, number 18, Adrian Chambers. Burnett's unable to get away from him.
He couldn't quite find anybody to throw the ball to, so he kind of hesitated there. Then he tried to cut back over here to the left, and eventually there was just no place for him to go. So that brings up the third down and 21 yards to go with 6:30 to go in this second quarter. Burnett in the shotgun. He's rolling out to the right. He throws to the right. That's caught by Newell, but not even back at the original line of scrimmage just yet. So that's going to bring up 4th and 11.
Newell brought down by Adrian Chambers again. Actually, Chambers almost missed Newell completely. Just barely caught his foot.
So it brings up a 4th down, 6 minutes to go. Calallen leads Calhoun 7-0.
William Birch back to punt. He won't kick this as hard.
No.
But looking for a good roll, and he does get a pretty good roll.
That gets down to about the 14-yard line of Calhoun. So not a bad punt.
No.
I want to thank some of our sponsors here tonight. As always, we appreciate all they do. Bill Miller Barbecue, NEC Co-op Energy, Mike Shaw Toyota, AOC Auto Parts. Some great folks helping to bring this ball game to you. Great supporters of Calallen Wildcat football.
Port Lavaca is going to take over in the 14-yard line.
It is 1st and 10 from the 14. 5:39 to go in the second. Laughlin hands the ball, but the Calallen defense is right there to bring the running back down. I didn't see which one.
Jaden Rodriguez and
Esteban Cruz got the ball. Esteban Cruz for Calhoun this season is their leading rusher with 133 yards per game.
But Colton Callaway just made about his 5th tackle of the night right there.
Defense is strong. 2nd down and 9 with 5 minutes to go in the second. Laughlin is under center. Hitway's in motion to the left.
Found a little bit of room.
But they sent it right up the middle.
That offensive line for
Cruz.
Sand Crabs starting to open up a little bit of a gap. The offensive linemen for the Sand Crabs tonight are number 77, Matthew Colley, number 72, Vincent Samudio, 62, Sammy Lopez, the center, right guard Gage Spencer, right tackle Marquise Stinson. The 2 tight ends are 86, Justin Smith, and 88, Garrett Medlin.
So it's 1st and 10, 4:25 to go from the 25-yard line to Calhoun. Laughlin under center, and he gives that to Cruz, who takes it along the left-hand side and gets out to about the 29-yard line.
Good job by Epi Hinojosa getting out there. I'm sorry, Ernest Hinojosa and Grant Taylor. The flags are just starting to move a little bit.
Just
not
barely.
much.
Hardly any wind, but still.
I can see 2 stripes.
But you're right. The wind picks up just a little bit. Here we go. It is 2nd and 5 with 3:47 to go in the second. Calallen leads 7-0. Calhoun has the ball. Laughlin is under center. He looks to hand it off, but he keeps it himself, and he goes along the right-hand side and gets the first down. He goes right up goes just to the right a little bit, and then starts going right up the middle there, enough for the first down. They move the chains.
Brought down by number 22, Alex Kittiwa, for the Calallen Wildcats.
New set of downs, 3:24 to go. Calhoun is talking about it in the huddle. They break the huddle. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback is number 11, Jacob Laughlin.
Calhoun in an inverted wishbone.
He hands it to Cruz, who gets a couple of yards on the play as he goes right up the middle on the left-hand side.
Once again, brought down by Ernest Hinojosa and Grant Taylor, number 55.
They are earning their Gatorade tonight.
Great night for football. Nice clear sky.
I'm telling you, like you said, it's cool. It's not cold. Wind's barely blowing.
Crisp is a good word.
I like it. We don't get to say that very often in South Texas.
No, just tonight.
2nd and 7 for the Sand Crabs. Laughlin is under center. Hitway's in motion to the left. He hands it to
Ball
Cruz.
on the ground, we got it.
Calallen recovers the fumble.
Looks like number 12, Jagger Wilson, has the football.
41-yard line. They're signaling Calallen. Calallen players are signaling. Anyway, there's the official announcement from the refs. Well, that did not go the way that Calhoun was hoping it would go.
No.
But a good play by the Wildcats defense to jump on that ball right away is that's going to give them some good field position and a new set of downs with a couple of minutes to go until halftime.
Well, let's see if Calallen can capitalize on the turnover. Just over 2 minutes left till halftime. Both teams have all 3 timeouts left.
All right, here we go. It looks like Epi Hinojosa is in the backfield, as is Luke Medina and Tagle. And Burnett is under center and hands it to Epi Hinojosa, who goes right up the middle.
Good hard running.
Right down to the 35-yard line, just right up the middle of the field.
Finally brought down by number 40, Kirk Stringham.
It looked for a second like he was going to be able to break it, but it was just too many folks on him. But I thought the way they started that play was an interesting way to have your running backs.
Well, the cornerback came in from the outside. Adrian Chambers just hung on to that one leg.
Burnett's under center on this play, and he pitches it to Carpinello on the left. He is trying to go along the line of scrimmage, and he is brought down at the 19-yard line, stays in bounds. Or did he? Well, it's a minute
Good
42.
job.
Regardless, Carpinello gets first down. A minute 42 to go till halftime.
Quick pitch over the left side. Found plenty of room to run.
He got it. 1st and 10 from the Calhoun 20-yard line. Calallen driving. Burnett hands the ball to Epi Hinojosa, who goes right down the middle, plows through there.
Seems like he's getting 3 or 4 yards after contact every time he runs the ball.
He's brought down at the 13-yard line. But you're right. I mean, as soon as he keeps going, that momentum just keeps him moving. Burnett is under center. Hinojosa is going to move out here. He pitches the ball to Carpinello along the right side. He is tripped up and brought down at the 15.
Good job by number 18, Adrian Chambers, the cornerback for the Sand Crabs.
52 seconds to go. It's 7-0 Calallen. And it looks like we've got a timeout on the field. Let's take one.
This quarter's player profile is brought to you by Oh Goody Designs and Events.
52 seconds to go till halftime, 7-0. Calallen leads Calhoun. Real quick note, the Calallen band is heading to the state marching contest, so they're going to be leaving out on Wednesday. So good luck to the Calallen Wildcat marching band heading to state. If you want to come out and see them, bring your signs and noisemakers, line up on Wildcat from the tennis courts to the baseball stadium, and we'll see that band here at halftime. Good luck to them.
Okay, Calallen takes over, be 3rd and 6. More importantly, we've got 52 seconds till halftime.
3rd and 6. Burnett is under center. He hands it. Oh, we're going right up the middle there. He
That's
handed
Luke
it.
Medina.
Luke Medina got the ball, and it looks like about 4 Calhoun players were hanging on to him. But he took it right up the middle, and that brings up a first down. So it's first down Calallen from the 7-yard line. Let's see if we can punch this in and get another score before the half.
30 seconds left.
Burnett hands it to Epi Hinojosa, who takes the ball
down to the 2-yard line.
2-yard line, so nice. And again, he got another yard or two after initial contact.
We're going to get another timeout. Stop the clock with 25 seconds.
7-0. I mean, you're right there. You're on the 2-yard line.
Got to take advantage of this good field position and the turnover. Got to make it hurt, so to say.
Well, exactly, and you need that score because Calhoun can score pretty quickly as well.
Well, and they'll receive the kickoff in the second half.
The game has gone by rather quickly. I know it seems like from this vantage point that it always goes by. I mean, this one is really going by quickly here tonight. The clock hasn't really stopped much until we get to this point in the game where they're calling the timeouts. 25 seconds to go. 2nd and 2. 2nd and goal. 25 seconds. Let's see what Calallen can do. Burnett's the quarterback. Hinojosa and Medina are in the backfield. He hands it to Epi, who goes right into the end zone for a Calallen Wildcat touchdown. That almost looked too easy.
I assure you, you ask those offensive linemen, they'll say, no, it's not
They'll
easy.
disagree with me on that, but they did a fine job of opening up that hole so that Medina could get in there. So
It may have been easy for Epi Hinojosa, but it wasn't.
Not for
wasn't
those
easy
offensive
for
linemen.
Those offensive linemen might not agree.
So there we go. The kick is up by King and good. It is 14-0 with 20 seconds to go until halftime. Let's take a break. We're back in a moment. It's Calallen football on 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV.
Man, 8-10.
Yeah.
Cole with Ashton and Joe Lee, and we're going to ask them a couple of questions about their last home game this Friday. So, Ashton, it's your last home game, being able to cheer for Calallen at home. How are you feeling about that?
It's definitely bittersweet. We're excited for the new journey after football season, and we hope we do good and win.
I don't know. There's something about it being last that it seems so definite. So it's very nerve-wracking knowing that I'm not going to cheer anymore. So I don't know. I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
20 seconds to go till halftime. Calallen up 14-0 as King kicks it just right up the middle on the ground. I don't know if it left the ground.
No, I think it rolled the whole way.
First down and 10 for Calhoun from Wildcat Stadium. If you're just now tuning in, it was Hinojosa who just ran it in with about 25 seconds to go. So Calallen is up 14-0.
Let's see what the Sand Crabs decide here. They may try to just run the clock out, regroup, come out and get the ball in the second half.
I mean, with 20 seconds, there's not a whole lot, but you never know.
Well,
let's see what they do here. He's under center. Laughlin, the quarterback. And he fakes it like he was going to hand it to Cruz.
That's
he
Chambers.
gets it to Chambers, who goes along the left-hand side and gets a good run, and he's still running.
Finally brought down by Brody Rogers, number 3.
He gets to the Calallen 47-yard line with 10 seconds left to go. That was Chambers. The quarterback, Laughlin, looked like he was going to hand it to Cruz, and then he pitched it out to Chambers, who took it along the left-hand side close to
Sonic Drive-In, they have everything to satisfy your hunger from corn dogs to burgers. Not to mention the delicious frozen drinks and desserts. Do what's right and make a stop at America's favorite drive-in.
That was nice to see. They won a 5-set thriller over Hondo up next, the regional quarterfinals. So good luck to the Calallen Wildcat volleyball team. Volleyball's fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. Be interesting to see what Calhoun decides to do here. I think they're going to see how much they could get on that option. Pretty sure they might try to throw the ball here.
10 seconds to go. The teams line up. The Calallen defense comes back out to the field. It's 1st and 10 for Calhoun.
Calallen defense backing up in the quarters. They'll be in like a prevent defense in the secondary.
Laughlin is under center with Cruz in the backfield. Laughlin looks to pitch it. He's going to hold on to it. He does pitch it, but he bobbles it. It's picked up by Cruz, who gets it and takes it out of bounds at about the 45-yard line with 2 seconds to go. I don't think he could quite do what he wanted to do with that.
He's lucky he didn't bobble it and drop it on the ground again.
So they call another timeout with 2 seconds to go. And so they're going to talk about it, try to figure out the strategy here on this play here, and see what takes place. Like you said, he almost dropped it. Calallen could have got that and recovered it, but that's not the way it worked out. He was able to recover it and set up here for another play for Calhoun.
We'd like to thank our sponsors once again: Claybird Bank of North America, Cameron Commercial and Industrial, Baytech and Robinson, LLP, Gulf Coast Graphics, Lithia Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Calallen, Generator Supercenter of Corpus Christi, Chick-fil-A, and H&S Constructs Incorporated.
Big thanks to them as well. Mike Scott at H&S. They are the crane that's over here next to the Calallen scoreboard. That's from Mike Scott and H&S Constructors with the big giant flags on it. It's all a part of Military Veterans and First Responder Night here tonight. So our thanks to Mike Scott, himself a military veteran and always a golden booster. So we certainly appreciate that very much. Really helps to set the scene for tonight.
Coach Campbell giving his defense some last-minute instructions. Never stops coaching.
2 seconds until halftime. Calhoun, it's 2nd down, and the ball is at the 42-yard line. And did they just call another timeout?
Their last timeout.
So they went in and called another timeout. But if I'm to read body language, there was a bit of frustration from the Calhoun sideline.
Coach Whitaker's going there going, we just spent a timeout to get.
Do you get hungry in the morning? Do you crave a good place to eat breakfast? Stop by Sonic for an excellent section of breakfast items, like the hefty breakfast toasters, the solid breakfast burritos, or the fan favorite, the French toast sticks.
This is how you Sonic.
This has been the longest stretch of the game.
8:17 now.
So here we go. They're going to come back out and line up. And they're going to talk about it in huddle. Calallen defense is ready to go. Here comes Calhoun. From the 42, 2nd down, 2 seconds.
Twins left for Calhoun.
It's Laughlin, the quarterback, under center with Esteban Cruz, the big running back, in the backfield. And they pitch it to Chambers, who's still running with the ball. The Calallen Wildcats chased him down a little bit. He ran to his left, then he ran back to his right to about midfield, and he was finally brought down. And that is halftime.
We finally make it to halftime.
My goodness. It's 14-0 at the half. Calallen leads the Sand Crabs of Calhoun. You're listening to Wildcat Football on 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV. Goodness. How long is halftime? This is 28. Is it 28 minutes?
I guess it is.
Good. That's quite a halftime.
Morning, Wildcats. This is me, Carson. I'm out here in the cold with Ashlyn and Jolie, and we're going to ask them a couple of questions about their last home game this Friday. So, Ashlyn, you know, it's your last home game, being able to cheer for Calallen at home. How are you feeling about that?
It's definitely bittersweet. We're excited for the new journey after football season, and we hope we do good and win.
I don't know. There's something about it being last that it seems so like definite. So it's very nerve-wracking knowing that I'm not going to cheer anymore. So I don't know. I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
Right. And can y'all tell me a little bit about what y'all are doing this week to prepare for y'all's last home game?
We've been practicing for the pep rally a lot for our upcoming competition, which is our performance. So we're excited, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah, the girls definitely have been putting in a lot of work, preparing, getting their motions sharp, making sure that we look good for all of our Wildcat fans that are going to watch us on the track for the last time.
Good morning, Wildcats. It's me, Curtis. I'm out here with Cole and Cade, 2 3-year starters, big parts of our offense and defense, and I'm here asking them about how they feel about their last time playing on Phil Danaher Field. So, Cole, I mean, a lot of emotions going. Can you tell me a little bit about how you're feeling?
Well, you know, it started way back in 7th grade. You know, middle school football was the first time you finally get to play on the big field. You know, your whole life, you kind of grew up wanting to play on there. And then when you move into high school, you know, I remember that first varsity game, we were playing Flower Bluff. It was a big non-district game, and I just remember walking out there and you see, you know, 2,000 fans or whatever screaming for you and cheering you on, and it's like no other atmosphere in the area. So it's going to be pretty sad to not be able to play there anymore.
Right. Cade, how are you feeling?
I mean, like Cole said, we've been here long enough. We've been here since 7th grade, playing on that field. I mean, going to camps growing up, even the Calallen Wildcat camp where Danaher hosted. I mean, you step on that field and you're like, wow, I can't wait to play here on Friday nights. And like Cole said, that Flower Bluff game, I can tell you pretty much everything about it. 24-10, defense held 5 turnovers, and we got the offensive ball as much as possible. We won the game. I mean, it's just an atmosphere you'll never forget. It's a feeling you'll never forget. It's something you work hard towards, and once you step out there, it's just overwhelming.
Right, and like they said, it's very emotional. It's going to be crazy. Everybody come out and support. Now let's see if we can go get some more senior football players. And we're back. I'm here with Reed and Willie, 2 more big parts of our offense and defense. So, Reed, how you feeling?
You know, it's been a lot of fun getting the chance to play on Phil Danaher Field. I mean, knowing this would be possibly the last time that we go out there, and, you know, you just got to make it great.
Willie, how you feeling?
Well, you know, kind of going off of what Cole said, you know, growing up in the community, you kind of feel like you dream for this, you know, moment to go out there and play on Friday nights and play on that big field, you know, starting from middle school. It's starting to get closer to the last of this, last of that, as, you know, we're never doing Calallen circuits again, and, you know, we're never playing our first senior year football game, stuff like that. You know, it's going to be a very emotional night, so make sure y'all come check it out.
Right. Make sure you come out and watch this. It's going to be a big deal. That's all from us. Now back to the studio. Good morning.
For the touchdown, so kind of mixing it up a little bit.
It's 14-0 at the half. We'll come back and look at some more first half stats coming up. Stay with us. Calallen football on 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV.
Good morning, Wildcats. This is me, Curtis. I'm back with the OG Cats Dan gang. I got Cade and I got Terry. We're going to talk about some big district games this week. It's a big week. We got district championships on the line, so, you know, I mean, it's going to be a big football week for us. First up, we got Miller and Beeville. It's going to be a big game. Cade, what are you thinking about this?
So we saw Beeville last week. They run slot T. It's an offense you don't see a lot of time anymore. I mean, you see it maybe once every couple of years. I mean, not a lot of teams in Texas run it. They run it extremely well. They know how to execute their offense, and they know what they're doing. So I think Miller's defense going to really have to adjust and game plan hard this week. But overall, I think Miller's offense is just way too high-powered for Beeville's defense to really compress and hold. So I'm going to take Miller with the game on Friday night.
I think both teams are super good. but I think Beeville's offense is going to be hard for for them to stop. So I'm good with Beeville.
All right, and next up we got TM and Alice. What are you thinking, Kate?
So we've already seen TM and Alice, both games. Calhoun played very well, but Alice is a good receiving core. They run a very hard stop spread offense. I mean, they're air raid. They're going to get you where you want you, and they're going to put their receivers on your DBs, and they're just going to try to air the ball out. While they have a good strong run game too out of the spread. TM, they're kind of a little bit of both. They kind of have a little bit of option game as well as spread in their system, and I feel like their offense also pretty well powered. But I think Alice's defense can be able to hold TM to less points. I think they end up being a shootout, but I do have Alice taking it.
Both teams kind of play the same way, but I think Alice is just a tad bit better, so I'm good with them too.
Right. And last but not least, the biggest game of the week, Calallen versus Calhoun. Cade, what are you thinking?
District championship on the line. Make sure you come out Friday night. We'll be here 7:30 at Phil Danaher Field. Calhoun runs the triple option offense. Coach Whitaker at Calhoun is probably the best coach for this offense in the state of Texas. They are very disciplined. They know what they're doing. They have a high-powered offense. Prior years to this, they've always had #1 rushing yards in the nation. So, as you expect, defense has a big job this week. They have a high-powered offense. We have to come out, follow our assignments. We've been working hard all week. It's going to be a very strong game by the defense, and it's going to be a fight through all 4 quarters. So make sure you come out and support the Wildcats.
I think offense is going to play good, start hot, and I think they're going to put up a whole bunch of points and get the dub.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, it's a big game. District championships on the line. It's going to predict how our playoff seeding is going, if we're going to play good teams or bad teams first. Depends on how our whole playoff run goes. So make sure you come out, support us, 7:30, Phil Danaher Field, like Kate said. That's all from us. Now, back to the studio.
8 yards. They were penalized once for 10 yards. Laughlin ran the ball 8 times for 39 yards. Cruz ran it 8 times for 30 yards. And Chambers ran it twice for 25 yards. There were no passing attempts, so there's no passing or receiving yardage. Time of possession, 11 minutes and 15 seconds. Quick first half, just a little over an hour.
It's a quick first half. When you look at the rushing yards that both teams, of course, this is just in the half.
The tradition has begun. To one of the most exclusive robotics competitions. Where skill is everything. Failure is not an option. Join our team next fall and experience the Engineers. Rated E for everyone.
We had Curtis Brooks' grandpa and grandma just come in and give us a shout out. They're all the way down from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And I know
Well, I guess.
Here, Coach, I'm returning your book. You know, these are really beat up. You know you can apply for a mini grant and get up to $500 to replace them?
Yeah? Huh. Whoa! For real. I should probably do that. Maybe get somebody to vote for these kids.
If you are in need of money for innovative things for your class, you can apply for this mini grant. You can find all this information on the Calallen website.
Here at had a very nice pregame ceremony. Again, our thanks to Mike Scott, H&S Constructors, for the crane with the big flags on it right there behind the scoreboard. We got some scores coming in here. Calhoun Band has an interesting presentation with some clock faces and whatnot down there.
We've got a couple of scores here. Beeville Jones, Trojan 17, Miller Buccaneers 21. That's in almost at half.
Hey everyone, are you looking for some good Southern homestyle cooking? Well, look no further. Southern Charm is your one-stop shop for all your favorite foods. With a buffet that rotates entrees daily, a freshly made salad bar, and a staff so friendly they might as well be family. Southern Charm provides a safe, socially distanced place to eat that perfect, warm, home-cooked meal.
John Paul II, the Centurions are losing to Brownsville St. Joseph Bloodhounds 27-20.
A delicious 50-cent corn dog from Sonic, America's Drive-In. Oh, I can't wait to devour this thing. Eduardo, isn't this the best corn dog you ever looked at in your life? I think so too. Man, this looks delicious.
Give me the dog.
What, why?
Like, give me the dog.
I'm sorry, Eduardo, you're gonna have to come with me.
I want that dog.
No.
Yes, give me the dog.
It's mine.
Give me the. Give me
mine.
the dog.
I bought it legally. No.
Give me the dog.
No. My dog. Sonic.
This is how you.
West Oso ahead of the Raymondville Bearcats 28-21. And Victoria East leads the Moody Trojans 29-21.
We got a couple of scores as long as I don't repeat one.
Oh, that's all right.
I think if at halftime, Refugio leads 3.
No store does more than my HEB.
Like, been postponed for some reason. Orange Grove 24, Ranzas Pass 6. Sin 7-7 at halftime against Ingleside.
Well, let's set up a couple of scenarios here. Let's play some let's magically say that ball game comes to a conclusion tonight and Calallen wins. That means the Wildcats win district.
Correct.
If that is the case, what are we looking at next week?
From everything I've seen and heard, it looks like it'll be Zapata.
Okay.
Next week for by district.
And would that be a game that we play here, or would that be something that we go to a neutral location?
Well, hold on a second. Zapata's losing to Hidalgo 7-14, so all we can do is speculate. So I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think if they end up losing, they get the 4th spot. Maybe that's
okay.
That's how it ends up. So it looks like we'll play Zapata at this very second.
So when
right
we go
now.
into the playoffs, is it a neutral site, or how does that work when we get into that round of the playoffs?
Well, I think it's with the head coaches. They're going to decide. What's best for the teams. Whether it's home to home or neutral site.
Okay.
I know we have enough for the whole playoff game here in Calallen.
Sure.
I don't know if Zapata would substantiate a huge playoff crowd.
Mm-mm. That's a good haul.
Oh yeah.
From here to there. Well, the Calhoun band has wrapped up their performance at halftime, and they are getting it off the field. So let's take a break, and we'll come back with more. You're listening to Wildcat Football at the half, 14-0. Calallen leads. This is 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV.
Do you have the top 10 list? Did you print it out? No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wildcat Nation, please welcome to the field the 5-time national champion, Calallen Wildcats. The Wildcats are directed by Mario Hernandez, Top Cat Officer Dar, Colonel Morgan Hernandez, and Top Cat of the Week is J. Lee Garcia.
So I can never get my phone to, it always spins again.
Fantastic job. How about one big round of applause for your Calallen Wildcats.
Well, wonder how much we'd pick up the band.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here's the band. Enjoy halftime.
is your area champion, Calallen Marching Wildcats. Tonight, they'll be performing along special guests, the future Marching Wildcats and flag team from Calallen Middle School. The group is under the field direction of drum majors Emily Garza and Katie Leal. Last Saturday, Calallen hosted 35 bands here at Wildcat Stadium for the area marching contest. 12 of those bands made area finals, and after the finals, your Calallen Marching Wildcats came out in first place and area champions.
The Calallen Wildcat Band is taken to the field. I'll mention that the Calallen Wildcats, the band is heading to the state marching contest. They're going to be leaving Wednesday around 8:15, and you're invited to come join behind the school as they head out, so you can send them off in style. You can bring all your signs and noisemakers and cheer them on. You can line up on Wildcat from the tennis courts to the baseball stadium. So the Calallen Band heading to state. So that's exciting for those guys to do that.
Tell you what, it's a beautiful night. Hey, if you have nothing to do and you want to enjoy a great second half of football, hey, just make your way out to Phil Danaher Field and watch the second half between Calallen and Calhoun Sandcrabs. We haven't lived up to our average of 418 yards rushing and 367 yards rushing per game. But I guess if we end up doing that, there's going to be a lot of fireworks in the second half.
We could see it, and there's good spots to sit on either side here, it looks like. So, and traffic is moving smoothly down 624.
Jacob Laughlin averages 25 passing yards a game, and he has yet to throw a pass. So that's something to look forward to.
Is it, and I'll ask you this as somebody, a novice football watcher, when you think running game at the high school level, you think that the quarterback is going to be out of the shotgun, but that hasn't been the case for Calhoun, what we've seen. He's under center, he's handed it off, option play, stuff like that. You don't see a lot of under center. Everybody's out of shotgun or the pistol or something of that nature.
Right. I mean, and there's different ways of running it, whether the running backs are behind you and the quarterback's under center, or he's standing right next to you. It's just a better way if you're a reading quarterback and you're reading the ripper guy and see if he's coming up the field, then you want to be back and give yourself some time. But if you're not a reading quarterback, then you can just take it under center and just give the ball to where it needs to go.
I want to again mention it's military and first responders night here tonight, so a very special thank you to all of our military, all of our first responders. That, of course, been on our mind a lot with the tragedy that happened in Kingsville. Our thoughts and prayers with the family of Officer Sherman Benish, and we just keeping them in our thoughts and prayers. And thank you to all of our first responders for what you do, and our military. And it's very nice that we're honoring them here tonight at the ball game.
Can't thank you enough.
I wanted to give a shout out to a couple of people. Adam Martinez checked in on social media. He said, "Coach, your soothing voice is much needed after a long and hectic week."
I don't know if Adam Martinez ever heard my soothing voice.
Well, Adam's the pizza at Up Dog is.
I'll tell you what, that's some great stuff. I'll tell you what, we weren't sure what to expect, but golly, we've been back several times.
Oh yeah, I'm probably their number one customer there, and. So there you go, a couple of shout-outs there. Thank you for checking out. I want to mention another thing here at the Northwest Rotary Club. Northwest Corpus Christi Rotary Club is having their 6th annual tailgate rummage sale. That's set for 8 to noon tomorrow at the Calallen High School parking lot. Since they've got all kinds of stuff's going to be there. So if you're going to make the rounds, it should be good weather for rummage sales and yard sales and garage sales. Add this one to your destination.
Yeah,
should be pretty good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night. I mean, I guarantee we're going to get this game in tonight, not like the past 2 games we've had where we had to come back and finish on Saturday.
It's been a while since we've seen that, where we've had those rain delays, where we've had, and I know I was watching the one a couple of weeks ago, and then was it last weekend where Sam called, "Hey man, we're going to Saturday again for another game." That's very unusual. That happens, that's for sure.
It happens about once every 10 years, but it happened twice this year to us.
The Calallen Wildcat volleyball team, our area champs, they won a 5-set thriller over Hondo. Up next is the regional quarterfinals, so good luck to the Calallen Wildcat volleyball team. A couple more shout-outs here. So, of course, we have the nice couple from Pennsylvania we just met a minute ago that listen every week, but they're here to see their grandson play football.
Oh, that's awesome. That was very nice of them to come in and visit with us and tell them how they like listening to the game, even though they're way out there in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
I'll give a shout out to my friend Bubba. He's listening. He's up to our Maryland audience by one. He's listening to us in Maryland. So checking out the ball game here tonight as Calallen leads. They're starting to come back onto the field with about 3 minutes left. Halftime, Calallen leads 14-0.
Both teams are making their way out to the field. They'll be in the end zones, starting to warm up, waiting for the bands to get off the field.
A fine performance from both bands, if I might add. Calallen, of course, heading the state this week, and we wish them nothing but the best. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be back. It's about 2.5 minutes until the start of the third quarter, and we'll come back. And I hope you'll be here as well. Get you. This is the time to refresh your drinks, to get you a snack, and come back and stay a while. Calallen is up 14-0. It's Wildcat football on 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV. Give us another minute, Sam.
Several big performances tonight. First half, your Wildcats take a 14-0 lead over the Sandcrabs, and a great halftime performance by your Calallen Marching Band. Again, that band is going to state next week, November the 10th.
I don't have any score updates. They're about the same.
As they are going out to state, so come cheer them on and join the rest of our community as we salute our high school band going to state.
Good night.
It's a fire engine.
Well, we're about to get the second half underway from Phil Danaher Field at Wildcat Stadium in northwest Corpus Christi. I'm Big Frank in for Mike Guerrero alongside Coach Mark Medina. And Calallen about to kick off to Calhoun as the Wildcats lead 14-0. And, Coach, we'll see what happens.
Well, Jordan King's teeing it up. He'll do the honors, kicking off second half. I know we don't really want to kick it to number 6, Tony Hensley. He's a very dangerous return guy, and we don't want to kick it to number 18, Adrian Chambers. He's got great moves, and he can fly.
He can move it. So here's the kickoff from King.
We'll see where it goes.
It goes there. It is fielded. Well, that's Ian. Is it number 10? Ian Cobb. So
No, that's 18. That's Adrian Chambers.
It is 18. Well, I told you earlier about the numbers on the Calhoun uniforms.
Well, I'm glad the cameraman zoomed in that time.
I mean, I can't ask for much more. I was, after walking up the 9 miles of stairs to get to the press box here, through panting and breathing, I asked Coach Brotherton, I said, "Where's the closest restroom?" And he said, "There's one here in the press box." And I almost started weeping openly. So here we go, set up 14-0 as we get the second quarter underway. Jacob Laughlin is under center again for the Calhoun Sandcrabs. He hands the ball to Esteban Cruz, who gets a good run on the play and is brought down at the 30-yard line.
I thought he handed it off too. Looked like he kept it. Little sleight of hand by Laughlin.
Well,
great fake.
No kidding.
Brought down by number 69. Jaden Rodriguez, the number 35.
That was a fantastic fake.
Oh, my gosh. It's I thought he had the ball.
Second and 6 to go from the 29-yard line with Laughlin under center for the Sandcrabs. And he pitches that one out to the left-hand side.
Chambers.
And Chambers takes it down to the 42-yard line there as he went to his left there. He got a good run.
Brought down by number 41, William Birch.
He's been busy tonight. First and 10.
Calhoun on their own 43-yard line.
They're moving the ball. 11 minutes to go in the third. 14-0. Calallen leads. If you're just now joining us on 1360 KKTX or on our iHeartRadio app or on Calallen TV on YouTube, you can stream it and check it out. Laughlin is under center. He keeps it himself. And he takes it out to the left-hand side, breaks a bunch of tackles, and there's just one man to beat, and they knock him out of bounds. He gets a good run there. He's brought down at the 14-yard line of Calallen, so that was incredible running there.
I'll tell you what, kudos to number 69, Jaden Rodriguez. He ran him down from behind. I'll tell you what, Brody Rogers was there, and he took the brunt of both the running back and Jaden Rodriguez.
Had he not run him down, that would have been a touchdown.
Yes.
At that moment, it would have been a touchdown, but not the case there.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can get a Wildcat stop. The ball, first and 10. Now we're at the 14-yard line of Calallen. Now Laughlin is under center, and he gets a nice hole, and he takes it down to about the 12-yard line. He took it to the left-hand side. They open up a spot there for him.
I'll tell you what, they're creating a hole on that left side, but Laughlin's he's getting a little hesitant to going in there. Tell you what, he's taken some good licks from Callaway and Burt's, and 3 or 4 of those linemen have also hit him pretty hard.
All right, so Calhoun lines up. Laughlin is under center. And there's a whistle on the play. I don't see where the flag is.
False start, maybe.
There's a referee with the call.
Legal procedure.
That's going to go against Calhoun. So that brings him back 5 yards. So 2nd and 13. So they keep the possession. It's still 2nd down, but 13 yards.
Right.
9:35 to go. Calallen up 14-0 in the 3rd quarter. Calhoun has the ball at the Calallen 14-yard line. Their quarterback, senior Jacob Laughlin. He's under center. He keeps it and then pitches it out to Chambers, who takes it to his left and almost went out of bounds. But it didn't look like he got any yardage on the play.
Brought down by Koval and Grant Taylor that time. Calallen missed some tackles on that time. Needed to break down and do a little better job.
So it brings up 3rd and 11 for the Sand Crabs.
Still very little wind.
I mean, it's crazy. So Laughlin has the ball under center. And he is brought down. Calallen, they had the read on that, immediately brought down. It looked like he was going to try to hand the ball to Cruz in the backfield, but before he could even think to do so, the Calallen Wildcat defense was there and pounced on him.
Both Callaway and Koval were both there, one on each side of the quarterback. He had nowhere to go, no one to hand it to.
So that brings up 4th down for Calhoun, 4th and 13. They are they're at the
field goal kickers. Number 84
16.
is in to attempt the field goal for the Sand Crabs. Number 10 will be the holder.
So he's going to be kicking this from about the 24-yard line.
They're still missing a lineman. Coach Whitaker is not a happy man right now.
That is not a happy.
This quarter's player profile is brought to you by Oh Goody Designs and Events.
The brilliance of Steve Campbell, defense coordinator. I mean, they stormed in there. I believe there might have been storm.
Well, he certainly coached them up and got them ready at halftime and said, come back out here.
If you ask Laughlin, he saw a maroon storm coming at him.
Well, let's see what happens here. Field goal unit is there for Calhoun. Still talking about it in the huddle. Well, it looks like.
Well, they've opted not to kick a field goal.
Okay, so they changed it. So Laughlin is back out in the game, and they're going to go for it. So now timeout Calallen. Some confusion there. So now they got to talk about it again.
We had the field goal return team.
Probably wouldn't work. Probably wouldn't work against
field goal block.
The powerful Sand Crab rushing.
Everyone, are you looking for some good Southern home-style cooking? Well, look no further. Southern Charm is your one-stop shop for all your favorite foods. With a buffet that rotates entrees daily, a freshly made salad bar, and a staff so friendly they might as well be family, Southern Charm provides a safe, socially distanced place to eat that perfect, warm, home-cooked meal.
Now it's kind of started out slow here in the second half with a couple of timeouts.
We probably need to watch out for, Adrian Chambers, number 18, on a reverse, or maybe even to Hensley, number 6.
Well, let's see what they set up here and do. Is Calhoun. We're finally going to start playing some football again. It is Laughlin there, and in the backfield is Cruz in motion, and he's going to throw it.
Well, knocked down by Ernest Hinojosa, number 35.
A great play by the Wildcat defense, but I'm going to have to ask the why. Your quarterback is averaging 24 yards passing per game, and on a critical 4th down, well within the red zone, you call a passing play. Why not just kick the field goal?
But that's one of their bread and butter passes. That's that little dump to the tight end, and it's usually wide open. And I couldn't, we're in fast time, so I couldn't see the receiver, but I did see Ernest Hinojosa go up in the air and get hit right in the face mask with the ball. So he did a good job of knocking it down.
Great job for the Calallen Wildcats. So it's now their ball, 1st and 10, 7:39 to go. They lead in the 3rd. Hands it off to Hinojosa, who gets about 2 or 3 yards on the play. I just can't believe why wouldn't you kick? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a coach. I don't make the decision, but why wouldn't you try to at least get some points?
Well, that was the whole idea at the beginning.
Yeah, just seems like onward and upward. Both teams run the ball.
Maybe they're taking it as a sign to not kick field goal and go for it.
2nd and 8 for the Wildcats with 7:04 to go here in the 3rd. Calallen is going from our right to left, and they hand the ball right up the middle, and it is met with a sea of sand crabs to bring down Hinojosa. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 to go for the Wildcats. So far, those first 2 possessions, not really, just a couple of yards here. So 3rd down, a very big play here.
Luke Medina brings a play in from the sideline, number 24. See what Calallen decides to do here. Wide out to the right.
Burnett is under center.
Fullback in motion.
He drops back. He's looking to throw to his right, and he does. He was looking for Epi Hinojosa, who was not there. So that's going to bring up 4th down for the Cats.
He had him open. Epi looked like he was running a little bit of a comeback. He had plenty of yardage for the 1st down. He could have just gotten a hold of the ball.
So that brings up 4th down. 6:13 to go. The clock is stopped. 14-0, Calallen leads here in the 3rd. And the punting unit is on for the Wildcats.
Burnett throws much better in the pocket than he does on the run.
Birch gets a nice high punt that is fielded at the 44-yard line. A whistle is blown.
Fair catch.
So he called the fair catch. Looked like he was going to try to run with it.
Sure was.
Let's take a break. We're back in a moment. You're listening to Wildcat Football on 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV.
Number 6, Hensley signal for the fair catch. So 18's got to, he's got to honor that.
I got you.
That's why they blew it dead as soon as he caught it.
I was wondering.
I smell barbecue. I smelled the skunk earlier.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, uh-oh. All right, Sam, we're ready. All right, Calhoun has the ball. Laughlin keeps it himself and gets about 8 yards on the play. Clock is running with 5:50 to go, 2nd down.
Laughlin a little slow getting up.
Well, he's been introduced to that Calallen defense a number of times tonight.
He's met them all, I'm pretty sure.
I think they've all introduced themselves at some point throughout the course of the evening. Here we go. It's a 2nd and 1 for the Sand Crabs at the Calallen 44. Laughlin is under center, and he keeps it. He goes to the right, gets the 1st down, and a couple is brought down at the 40.
Koval cut him from behind, tripped him up. Kittigawa was there to finish him off. Had some running room there if he could have gotten away from Koval.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't. So the ball now at the 40-yard line of Calallen. The Sand Crabs are in the huddle talking about it. 5 minutes to go. 14-0, Calallen leads. Glad you're with us tonight, 1360 KKTX. on our iHeartRadio app and stream it, of course, on YouTube, on at Calallen TV. That's a neat thing to do. So thanks to that crew that's doing a good job to bring that game to you so you can watch it. If you can't be here with us tonight, Laughlin is under center, and he keeps it himself. Looked like he was going to hand it off to number 42, Esteban Cruz, but he didn't. He kept it. He does that a lot where he looks like he's going to hand it off. He even faked this out a couple of times, and then he holds on to it himself, and he gets on down there.
It takes him a little while to read. Once he pulls it and decides to run, he's usually got some yardage to pick up. William Burst did a great job on that play.
2nd and 7 for the Sand Crabs. 4:18 to go. Calallen up 14-0 in the third. For Port Lavaca, it's Calhoun. It's Jacob Laughlin, the quarterback, under center. Esteban Cruz in the backfield. That's who gets the ball.
No, that's dangerous.
Just a couple of yards, maybe.
Looked like Laughlin wanted to pull it, and Cruz decided, I'm gonna keep it and run with it. That's when the ball usually ends up on the ground.
Yeah. That brings up 3rd and 5 for the Sand Crabs.
This will be a big play.
Well, they haven't been able to get into the end zone yet tonight, and the Wildcats have so far been
Number
able to stop
19 comes in for the first time at wideout.
Laughlin has the ball under center. The ball's at the 35. He keeps it, and he pitches it out to Chambers, who takes it to the left-hand side, runs to the far sideline, the Calhoun sideline, and actually it looks like a loss on that
Yeah,
play.
he lost about a yard and a half. Good job by Kidder while coming up there in a hurry.
That Calallen defense, they are tough. They are on it.
I don't see the field goal team coming on here.
Calhoun going to try to go for it on 4th and 6. 2:50 to go with the clock running in the third. The ball is at the Calallen 36-yard line. And here we go. Sand Crabs quarterback Jacob Laughlin. Under center, Cruz in the backfield, Chambers in motion. Laughlin, he steps back and passes it. He steps back, he hits Kirk Stringham, number 40, who we haven't called tonight, and they get in the end zone. So there was the pass we've been waiting on for Calhoun.
Right, number 40 lined up as a tight end. That's what I was telling you earlier. They got that little tight end dump.
Yeah.
This time, Ernest Hinojosa wasn't in the way to knock it down.
So Calhoun scores on a pass play. A team that averages about 24 yards passing per game scores on a pass play of about 24 yards. 34 yards, actually. It's 14-6. There's a flag right before the extra point.
Let's see what we got
What are
here.
they calling here? So it goes against Port Lavaca.
Might be a league procedure.
So they're going to have to bring that back on the extra point a little bit. Their coach is a little fired up again. So they back it up just a smidge to try and get this extra point through. There's the snap and the kick.
Good kick.
It is good.
Strong kick.
So now it is 14-7. Calhoun is on the scoreboard. We take a break. You're listening to Wildcat Football, 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV.
Back in the game.
Is a proud sponsor of the Calallen Wildcats and of Calallen TV. Stop by today for one of their original chicken sandwiches. Chick-fil-A.
.227 to go in the third quarter. Calallen leads Calhoun 14-7. The Sand Crabs just had a passing touchdown from Laughlin to Stringham. And they are now on the board. And if I may quote you, Coach, we got us a ball game.
See what Calallen does here. See how they come back.
Calhoun.
Pooch kick.
Very short kick.
Fair catch.
Fielded, and he drops it.
Uh-huh.
So I can't see who that was.
That's Ethan Salinas, number 1. He's just got a flair for the dramatic, that's all.
Well, he had everybody gasping. So that's going to put the ball at the 33-yard line with 2:27 to go. Calallen taking over possession here in the third.
Let's see what happens now.
Feeling good out here tonight. The wind is still yet to pick up here. So that's not a factor, just a little cooler. A great night for football here in Northwest Corpus Christi from Phil Danaher Field at Wildcat Stadium.
Unbalanced left formation, wing left.
Burnett is going to hold on to it himself. He's going to spin there
Great
through the
balance.
middle.
Great balance.
And is he getting the first down?
Yes.
Because he's swarmed by everybody on the field, and enough Calallen Wildcats are there to help push him. Uh-oh. That was an amazing play that they were able to keep his momentum going, and he gets a first down. Uh-oh. Pulled him on through.
Yeah, for about 7 yards.
That's incredible. That was a sight to see. So that's going to bring up first down and 10 with 1:57 to go. The ball is on the Calallen 48-yard line.
That got the fans excited.
That picked him up a little bit.
Wing right, motion.
Burnett's under center, and he pitches it to Carpinello, who takes it along the right-hand side and is brought down about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Lee.
That's the 43-yard line.
Carpinello could have used his hands, a stiff arm, or swat the hand and not let number 40 grab him. He had a chance for a big play there.
There was nobody on that right-hand side where he was going.
Great job by number 40, Kirk Stringham. He also lined up. Kirk Stringham was the one that lined up tight end and caught the dump
touchdown.
pass. Yes, sir.
All right, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 14 for the Wildcats with Burnett under center, 2 backs in the backfield.
Unbalanced left, offsides.
No flag on the play.
Very interesting.
He hands the ball to Hinojosa, who gets back some of those yards. And
interesting is probably not the word. Peculiar.
Peculiar may be more like
maybe
it.
a better word. How do you not throw a flag when you got 3 feet, three different feet offsides?
3rd and 5 from the Calhoun 48. Burnett under center. In the backfield is Hinojosa, and he fakes it to him,
Luke
and he hands it to Medina, who takes it along the right-hand side. He's got the ball down. He's going to the end zone. That is a Calallen Wildcat touchdown. He faked it to Hinojosa, gave it to Luke Medina, who went along the right-hand side, broke a couple of tackles, gets into the end zone. Calallen up now 20-7.
Great job by Luke Medina.
He put on some afterburner speed.
He was
there.
shot out of a cannon once he got that football.
My goodness. And there was no stopping him. 2 or 3 Calhoun players touched him, and he just went right on by him. So King is out for the extra point for the Wildcats.
Ethan Salinas to hold.
Boy, that was incredible. The kick is up, and it is good. It is 21-7 with 23 seconds to go in the third. Calallen leads Calhoun. That was an amazing run. Amazing run by Medina.
Great run, great run. I mean, he had no time to hesitate because, I mean, there's sand crabs all around him. He just shot through there before they had a chance to grab him.
It looked like he was going to be stopped about the line of scrimmage, but he just, like you said, put the speed on and took it to the house, as they like to say.
Sonic Drive-In, they have everything to satisfy your hunger from corn dogs to burgers. Not to mention the delicious frozen drinks and desserts. Do what's right and make a stop at America's favorite drive-in.
Calallen 40, midfield.
Kicking team on the field.
Looks like they're ready. There's the kick. It is up. Fielded at about the 15-yard line.
That's Tony Hensley.
Well, he breaks a couple of tackles there, gets it out to the 30. He's at the 40 on the left-hand side, and he is gone. Exactly what you just said we didn't want to happen. As he gets it, and he takes it in for a score.
Yeah, I wouldn't have kicked it to him.
He kicked it right to him, and he broke it on the left-hand side and just went straight to the end zone. There was nobody to catch him, nobody to stop him.
Are you looking for some good Southern home-style cooking? Well, look no further. Southern Charm is your one-stop shop for all your favorite foods. With a buffet that rotates entrees daily, a freshly made salad bar, and a staff so friendly they might as well be family. Southern Charm provides a safe, socially distanced place to eat that perfect, warm, home-cooked meal.
Good, so it is now 21-14. The Wildcats lead Calhoun, but that was a big, boy, that was tough right there.
Now we got to see if we can come back, after they score a touchdown, especially one the way they scored right there.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to answer and get that buffer, so to speak, back up there.
It's not what you wanted to see happen. So there's 9 seconds left to go in the third. 21-14. Calallen leads, and we are awaiting the kickoff here. Looks like they're getting stuff together on the side. Let's go ahead and take a quick break for a word for some of our sponsors in 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV.
Well, that's got the crowd buzzing now.
Mm-hmm. I get some water. Just this one, Sam, and we should be good.
Which one?
Yes. Oh my goodness, right now?
Yes.
1-14. Calallen leads Calhoun. The Sand Crabs just scored on a Calallen kickoff. And now Calhoun is set to kick off. 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here is the kick from the Sand Crabs, a very short one, fielded at the 44-yard line by the Wildcats.
I believe that's Sean Wolf doing a smart thing, just catching the ball, make sure he secures it, and get that offense started about the 44-yard line.
44-yard line here. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Great field position for the Wildcats.
Telling you what.
9 seconds left in the third quarter.
We'll see what happens here. But we've certainly seen more in the third than we did in the first half. Looks like Coach is talking things over with the officials. Our coach. Here we go. It is Burnett under center. Talking about a few more things up here. The umpire says y'all go ahead and play some football. Burnett under center. Pitches it to Epi Hinojosa, who takes it here to the near side, to his left. Hits a couple of Calhoun Sand Crabs and is brought down out of bounds at the Calhoun 49-yard line with 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
We still got time for another play.
That was a good run from Epi Hinojosa.
Oh, yeah.
So, makes it about second and...
Finally run out of bounds by number 8, Min Hitway.
2nd and 3 from the Sand Crab 49. Burnett, the quarterback, turns around.
That's Epi Hinojosa.
And hands it to Epi Hinojosa again, who gets the first down and then some as he runs to his left and is brought down at about the 42-yard line. At the end of 3, it is Calallen 21 and Calhoun Sand Crabs 14. This is Wildcat Football on News Radio 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV.
This quarter's player profile is brought to you by Oh Goody Designs and Events.
We're starting the fourth quarter from Phil Danaher Field, and it is Burnett who hands the ball.
Luke Medina once more.
To Medina,
slips.
Who slips up there at the 31-yard line, but that's going to still move the chains. But had he not slipped up, that might have been a different situation.
Yeah, that was a good run. Looked like Calallen will have the wind at their backs in the fourth quarter, or maybe just a slight small breeze.
I've learned from Dell Nelson there's light winds, breezy, and then windy. So we're in the very light winds category.
Very light.
Burnett under center, hands it to Hinojosa, who goes right up the middle.
Lee, he makes holes.
I mean, you can't stop him. There's a reason why he's the leading rusher with 147 yards per game, and one of the leading rushers in the state of Texas.
Oh yeah, brought down by number 35, the nose guard Xavier Smith, and number 40 Kirk Stringham.
Calallen is moving. 11 minutes to go, 21-14, Calallen ahead of Calhoun. Calallen wins the ball game tonight. They win district. All right, we line up 2nd and 4 with Burnett. He fakes it and he hands it to Medina, who takes it on the left-hand side and is brought down, maybe a couple on the play.
Good looking run. I mean, it was set up pretty good. Number 76, Evan Eden, was leading the way, and Luke Medina decided to cut and get up the field, and he just ended up slipping, just losing his footing. That could have been a big run.
So 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats. Clock running with 10:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Burnett hands the ball to Hinojosa. He gets up the middle. He moves the guy out of his way, and he says, come on, I'm heading for that end zone, but he gets close. He's brought down. He is brought down at the 14-yard line.
See, and Epi does what the other running backs don't do. He uses that stiff arm to almost like an offensive weapon. Great stiff arm and just
perfect.
released
I mean,
him.
it's just perfect. He did it, and he got the yards, and here we go. Brings up 1st down and 10.
Sand Crabs will bring in an extra defensive tackle. There are 4 defensive tackles on the line of scrimmage, digging in with the outside linebackers. Everybody up there.
And Hinojosa gets the ball again, and he gets down to the 4-yard line. Boy, he has mastered that. They just 2 of them. They can't stop him. So he gets it to Epi Hinojosa, who gets that ball down inside the 5-yard line now for the Calallen Wildcats, who are driving.
Looks like number 48, Zach Ramirez, is cramping up. He's trying to shake it off.
Here we go.
Unbalanced right.
1st and goal. Try to go up the middle and nothing there. That Calallen Wildcat.
Good run by Epi.
State qualifying band got us going here. It was a great run by Epi. I mean, it's just game after game. 1st and goal, or this
4-yard line.
4-yard line, 1st and goal. Let's see what we do here. So it is Burnett under center with Hinojosa in the backfield. He gets it, and he goes along the right-hand side, pushes a couple of sand crabs out of my way and says, this is my house. It is a touchdown for Epi Hinojosa, the Calallen Wildcats.
I'll tell you what, Bryce Burnett did a great job. That block he threw sprung Epi. Epi went to the end zone practically untouched after that block. Great job. Very unselfish play by number 5, Bryce Burnett. Great block.
Very nice. So we set up for the extra point for the Wildcats, and it is King out to kick that. And the kick is up, and it is no good. 27-14 with 8:38 to go in the ball game. Let's take a quick break. Here's Calallen football on 1360 KKTX and Calallen TV.
Coach Lem?
Yes. Oh my goodness, right now?
Yes.
Lady, you are going to ISS for vandalism.
Guerrero, along with Coach Medina. Our statistician is Coach Brotherton, and our thanks to Uncle Sam, our executive producer, the man making it happen in the studio. Calallen is set to kick off with 8:38 to go and keeps it nice and low.
To number 6.
And it does go to him, but it looks like they're a little better prepared, and they bring him down at about the 15-yard line.
Good job by Callaway Height and Brody Rogers. Great job on the coverage.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Well, it looks like Port Lavaca put up shop on the 19-yard line. Got a long way to go.
8:29 to go in the ball game. Calallen leads 27-14. It's now first down for Calhoun, and they're going to talk about it before they start playing. They break the huddle to come up to the line of scrimmage.
2 wideouts for Port Lavaca. Inverted wishbone under center.
Laughlin, he hands it to Cruz, who gets a couple of yards on the play, but he's brought down immediately by the Wildcat defense. Looks like Taylor was in there.
And then Grant Taylor, Epi Hinojosa, Koval, Burch, Callaway. Well, they're all getting there in a hurry. They don't even look like they're swarming to the ball. They're racing to the ball. They're getting there fast.
8 minutes, the clock is running. 27-14, Calallen leads Port Lavaca.
Jagger Wilson up at the linebacker, outside backer position.
Laughlin has it under center, and he hands it to Cruz. Cruz, not touched by anybody, and gets out to the 35-yard line.
Well, Jagger was in a great position to make a tackle there. I almost looked like he didn't think the guy had the ball. He thought maybe the quarterback pulled the ball.
And Cruz has some pretty good speed when he does get into the open field. He looks to be a bigger running back, so, but he has some tremendous speed.
What we've done most of the night is keep him from getting started. And that's what we've got to continue to do.
So that brings up first down for the Sand Crabs from their own. They hand it off to Cruz, who gets up the middle, breaks about 3 or 4 tackles, and he gets a nice run there. He's in Calallen territory down at the 35-yard line. He broke about 3 or 4 Calallen tackles before he was finally brought down.
Brought down by number 30, Christian Gonzalez, and number 22, Kittigwa.
What we were just talking about, you got to stop him before he gets started, because
once he breaks that linebacker level, I mean
it's hard to stop.
He's going to be tough.
So that brings up another Sand Crab first down from the Calallen 35-yard line. 6:54 to go, 27-14 Calallen.
Unbalanced to the right for the Sand Crabs.
Laughlin is under center. He hands it, he keeps it himself and goes along the right-hand side and is immediately met by Rogers and is brought down. But he got a pretty good run there.
Good play. I mean, good. We had 3 or 4 people tackle the fullback.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he didn't have the ball.
So he gets about 8 on the play. We get about 9 on the play. It says, let's see, what are they saying? 2nd and 2.
From the 27-yard line.
So
Calallen territory.
They're moving. They got some momentum here on this play. We got a couple of receivers here on the left-hand side. The quarterback Laughlin is under center with Cruz behind him, and he gives the ball. Well, nope, he again.
Koval, great job at Koval.
Thought he handed it to Cruz, but he kept it. Laughlin did, the quarterback, and got the first down before he was brought down by the Calallen defender.
Brought down by number 44, Callaway, right after Koval wrapped up one leg.
So that makes it 1st and 10 from the Calallen 21-yard line. Here come the Sand Crabs.
Big series.
Well, let's. Laughlin under center. Chambers in motion.
This will be Laughlin.
He holds it onto it himself.
Fakes the pitch.
Gets a couple of yards on the play. Chambers was in motion. Had he pitched it to him, I don't think there was anybody on that far side. Clock running with 5:10 to go. Brings up 2nd and 8 for the Sand Crabs. Hear a few cowbells, band a little bit, cheerleaders going, trying to pump up the Calallen side.
Ethan Salinas in an outside linebacker for the Wildcats.
Laughlin hands it to Cruz, who goes right up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles. They try to get him, but it's too late. He gets in the end zone. That's a touchdown for Calhoun. Yep. They tried to get a handle on him, but it was just too late. Once he had that momentum going, he got into the end zone there. So that's a touchdown for Calhoun.
Good, tough runners, coming up a little gimpy, but he got the ball in the end zone.
Makes it now 27-20 as they will attempt the extra point. Of course, on our last possession, we missed that extra point, so that's 27. 4:42 to go. Kick is up, and it is good. So 27-21 as Calhoun scores. Calallen leads. Let's take a quick break. You're listening to 1360 KKTX and Wildcat TV. Man.
We keep giving them life.
Mm-hmm. .442 remaining in the ball game as Calhoun is about to kick off. Calallen leads 27-21. It's onside, and Calallen gets it. That was a fast onside kick, too.
Oh, it went right through somebody's legs.
So that's going to be down at about the Calallen 38-yard line.
Well, in any event, we got good field position to start off this drive.
4:42 to go. 27-21. Calallen leads. Burnett is in under center with Epi Hinojosa and Medina in the backfield. Hinojosa gets the pitch and is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. So actually lost a couple on the play there. He tried to go to the right-hand side. There was nothing there.
Good job by number 35, Xavier Smith, bringing down Epi Hinojosa.
Makes it 2nd and 11. Clock running with 4:15 to go in the ball game. Calallen lines up. Burnett under center with Hinojosa in the backfield. Hands it to Hinojosa, who goes right up the middle this time. And nothing there on this, nothing there again. Brought down by the Calhoun defenders.
Good play by number 48, Zach Ramirez, and number 8, Men Hitaway. Wouldn't let Epi Hinojosa get started.
Nope. So now that brings up a very critical 3rd down for the Wildcats as they talk things through. That's 3:30 to go in the ball game. Play clock running with about 10 seconds. Calallen hurries up to the line of scrimmage to try to get this play off. Hinojosa moves over. Burnett moves out, throws to the right, and he was looking for Newell. It went right through his hands.
Newell's got to catch that ball. got to give us a chance. Run that screen.
4th down now, and the clock stops with 3:13. Calallen is up 27-21. So certainly the punting unit would come in now.
Oh yeah, Birch is in there. He'll attempt the rugby style kick. Hopefully
not to
number 6.
Yeah, get that as far away from him as you possibly can. And not exactly. That is Hensley who gets it.
Did a much better job of breaking down and not running by the ball carrier.
Yeah. So that's going to bring out the Calhoun offense with 3:08 to go in the ball game. It's going to be a fun series here.
We'll see what we can dial up here.
A couple of scores I'll pass along. Refugio is ahead of Freer 62-0. Kennedy ahead of Three Rivers 14-7. Victoria West leads the Veterans Memorial Eagles 17-7. All right, Calhoun with the ball. Laughlin holds on to it himself, and he's brought down by the Calallen defenders at about the 39-yard line.
Looked like he lost the handle at first. Was able to hang on to it.
Makes it 2nd and 8. Clock running with 2:50 in the ball game. A very quick ball game tonight.
You can feel the sense of urgency for the Sand Crabs.
They're trying to make something happen. It's Laughlin under center. Faked it to Cruz. He pitched it to Chambers, who gets along the outside on the left and is brought down out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Stops the clock with 2:30 to go. Did he get a first down? He got close to it, but not quite.
Pretty close.
About a yard away. So 3rd and 1 for Calhoun with 2:30 to go in the ball game. This gets a couple of the folks on the Calallen side of the field up on their feet.
You can hear the cowbells now.
Cowbells are going. That state qualifying band has got the momentum going. This needs to be a stop for the Wildcats, but let's see what the Sand Crabs do. It's Laughlin under center. He hands it to the running back, number 42, Cruz, and there is no place for him to go.
Big play by William Birch.
That was a huge play and a huge stop. It brings up 4th down. Clock is running, getting close to 2 minutes. We're at 2:14. I'm pretty sure they're going to go for it. I'm not a betting man, but I'm just going to guess. We're at 2 minutes to go. This Calallen crowd is fired up. We hope you're fired up at home tonight or in your car or listening to us at work. Thank you so much for having us on. Laughlin under center. He drops the ball.
It's our
picked
ball.
up by Calallen.
That's going to do it.
That's it.
That's going to do it.
He mishandled the ball. And Calallen was right there to pounce on it.
Was that Logan Koval?
Yeah.
Got on it, number 7.
That was a great play. Fantastic by the defense.
Or Jagger. No, I'm taking that back. That was Jagger Wilson. Great job by Jagger Wilson.
So
They're both there.
That is probably going to do it. We don't want to put the cart in front of the horse, but with 1:47 to go, Calallen leads 27-21. A big stop on 4th down for the Wildcat defense. Huge.
Well, Sand Crabs are going to have to use their last couple of timeouts, and they're going to have to stop us in 3 plays. We get a first down, that's pretty much going to do it.
So here comes Calallen onto the field with a big defensive stop. Here comes the Calallen offense. Burnett is under center. He's got Hinojosa and Medina in the backfield. He hands it to Hinojosa, who takes it, gets maybe an inch on the play.
They call timeout.
Calhoun calls a timeout so they can discuss things.
Everyone, are you looking for some good Southern home-style cooking? Well, look no further. Southern Charm is your one-stop shop for all your favorite foods. With a buffet that rotates entrees daily, a freshly made salad bar, and a staff so friendly they might as well be family. Southern Charm provides a safe, socially distanced place to eat that perfect, warm, home-cooked meal.
Stop. This last one was just, that was good. That was nice to see. Minute 43 to go.
Biggest 3 plays of the year coming up.
I can't quite sit down just yet.
No.
It's not sit down time yet. It's still stand up time. Here comes the Calallen offense back onto the field after the timeout with a minute 43 to go. Second down. Hands the ball. Oh, that's a big one there.
Gone.
Hinojosa is gone. He's
gone.
at the 10. He's got a touchdown.
That's going to do
And
it.
that's going to seal the deal for the Wildcats. That was a fantastic play, and he just broke away from the Sand Crab defense. There was nobody to stop him.
Great job. Great
Right on
job.
into the end zone.
Offensive line opened up a hole right there. He hit it hard, and he was gone.
All right, well, I'm going to get the chair out now.
Relax a little.
Yeah, we can. I don't have to worry about my energy level so much now.
Well, the book says go for 2.
That's what the coaching book says?
I believe so.
Well, it looks like that's what they're going to do. Hinojosa and Medina are in the backfield with Burnett under center. He fakes it. Burnett's going to hold on to it himself, breaks a couple of tackles trying to get into the end zone, but nothing there, so he's stopped by Calhoun. So 33-21, Calallen leads with a minute 34 to go.
33-21.
I don't know if Channel 6 was here earlier. I don't know if they were still here. I didn't see, but that would have been one for the Friday Night Fever.
Do you get hungry in the morning? Do you crave a good place to eat breakfast? Stop by Sonic for an excellent section of breakfast items like the hefty breakfast toasters, the solid breakfast burritos, or the fan favorite, the French toast sticks.
This is how you Sonic.
How they're going to do this on the kickoff, because I'm pretty sure they don't want to kick it to Hensley because he could break it wide open.
You don't want to kick it to Chambers either, so kind of.
Either way you go.
You don't want to give him great field position.
Kick it as far as you can. Let's just kick it.
Kick it out of the end zone?
That'd be great. King lines up for the kick. There it is. He keeps it on the ground, and it gets to
number 7.
That's Derek Salinas for Calhoun, and he gets it out to about the 34-yard line.
Derek Salinas, one of the safeties for the Sand Crab defense.
So a minute 29 to go. Calhoun comes back out, 33-21. Calallen leads.
Sand Crabs will have 1 timeout left.
But they do have the potential to
down 2 touchdowns.
Points up in a hurry. So here we go. Still got to play some defense with a minute and a half to go in the ball game. 33-21. Calallen leads it. Win the game, you win district. Calhoun has the ball. It's Laughlin under center, and he pitches it far wide to Chambers, who gets over to the near side. He takes it to the left and is brought down at the 46-yard line. But the clock's still running now, a minute 10 to go in the ball game. They're not calling their timeout.
Callaway comes off the field.
And they're going to huddle up.
Tagle go in for Callaway at inside linebacker.
I'm not a football expert, not trying to be, but I thought they may want to speed that up a little bit.
You definitely would if you wanted to try to get back into the game.
It doesn't seem like they're. So he's going to get hit. So Laughlin backed up to try and pass the ball, but there to meet him was Logan Koval, who says, "Nice to meet you. Please have a safe trip home to Port Lavaca tonight." Yeah.
Koval reminded him he only throws for 24 yards.
Yeah, exactly. Don't try that now at the end of this game. So with 37 seconds to go, it's 33-21. I think they've used their timeout.
Tell you what, Koval did a great job. He went right by the offensive tackle, number 77, almost untouched.
I mean, there was nobody there. That was great. Well, Coach, it has been a pleasure to do the game with you again. Mike Guerrero will be back for the playoffs and make the run, and we'll have all the games for you on.
Man, it was good seeing you again.
1360 KKTX. I know we live in the same town, and well, of course I live outside of Odom. I'm not an Odom. I'm not an Odom proper resident.
Yeah, I'm a big city man. I live inside city limits.
But maybe text Adam, see if he's got any, see if he's still open, if he ain't sold out yet at the Up Dog.
I don't know. He might want to stay open a little later on the weekends.
Of course, we got that new place over there too now, so I haven't been by there yet. Here we go with 37 seconds to go. Calhoun has the ball. The pitches it back there to Hensley, who takes it on the right-hand side, gets a couple of yards on the play, with the clock running with 25 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go. Calallen just lines up.
Yeah, Sand Crab's unable to stop the clock, and I guess they don't have a play that counts as 24 points.
They're going to start shaking hands and saying hello and adios, and that's going to do it for the ball game. The Calallen Wildcats win 33-21. A big victory tonight, but not just that, a district championship for the Wildcats.
District champions.
This is quite a moment here as we've got